What if Deku had Ultra Instinct, Part 3. I'm really sorry, guys. I planned to do 2 videos, one on Sunday, one on Monday. I got sick, completely lost my voice. I could barely speak. I couldn't eat, basically. I could eat, but it hurt. I basically had strep throat, and it hurt like crap, so I couldn't upload anything because it hurt to talk and stuff. And I'm sorry for that. But mark my words, I will be uploading every single day as I'm starting a new routine that will allow me to do that. And yeah, I'm walking home because I don't have another time I can do this. So I'm forced to do this while I'm walking home. So sorry if it's a little bad volume, but it shouldn't mind for one episode. So, what if Deku had Ultra Instinct Part 3? Let's get into it. So to start off, Deku is he just completely aced the practical exam, the entrance exam. He completely destroyed it. Deku, Zuku, whatever you guys want to call him. Number 1, practical exam. And he was just walking out, and then Uraka runs up to him and she's like, "Hey, I forgot what your name was." And he's like, "Oh, my name's Zuku Midoriya, and it's nice to meet you." And she's like, "Oh, you're so cool. What did you do?" And he's like, "Oh, well, you see, my quirk is called Ultra Instinct, and it allows me to dodge anything, and it also allows me to be able to control this thing called Ki, which you can form into blasts and help you fly." And she's just like, "Whoa, that's such a cool quirk. I hope we both get into UA and become very powerful heroes," basically. And Deku's just like, "Oh yeah, same here. I hope we both get into UA and become the greatest heroes." And they basically are like, "Yeah, let's do this." So there lies basic friendship for Uraka and Deku. I can do an Izuku Harem, or an Izuku Momo, Izuku Sue, Izuku Jiro. I can do Izuku Melissa if you guys want. I don't care. Just tell me what you guys want. Personally, my favorite is Izuku Uraka, but that's personally. I don't know what you guys like, so tell me. So, first day comes around, and they said in part 1, Deku went missing for 12 years. So, they spent a ton of time in the hyperbolic time chamber, which he is, when they wished him back to normal, they only wished his age back. His height stayed the same, so he's 6'4" or 6'5". He's tall. And since he's super tall, well, basically that's it. He's just tall. So after that, they walk in, and he's just walking. He gets in, and everyone's like, "Whoa, what's that kid that completely destroyed the 0-pointer?" He's like, "Yep, that's me. It only took a couple % of my power, though. It wasn't that much of a challenge. I just wanted to fight." And everyone's like, "You just wanted to fight? What do you mean? You completely destroyed it with one blow. That was awesome." And he's like, "Yeah, I guess." And then they hear this random noise that says, "If you're here to make friends, leave. It took you 8 seconds to quiet down. You should do better if you're hoping to be heroes." And they just turn, and Deku's like, "Whoa, are you strong? You look like a caterpillar that I fought one time." And everyone's just looking at him like, "You fought something before? Isn't it illegal to use your quirk?" And he's like, "Oh, about that. I don't really have a quirk. It's just my overall power. And somebody trained me that's not on this world." And they're all just like, "They trained you not on this world? What do you mean? Aliens don't exist." And everyone's just looking at at Deku like he's some crazy idiot. And he's like, well, yeah, somebody trained me. You guys don't know about aliens? Oh, there's this angel named Whis. He trained me with the god of destruction, Beerus. And everyone's just looking at him like, man, this kid's a retard. Like, they're just... And then, like, they're all just looking at him like, the hell's this kid talking about? So basically, Aizawa was like, alright, put these on, we're going down to test your quirks. Test your quirks. So put these on, and if you get last, you're expelled. And Deku's like, alright, a challenge. Let's do this. But I'm gonna get first, no matter what. So you guys should still try, but you're not gonna get first. You should go for second. Everyone's like, oh yeah, you cocky bastard. Bakugo's like, oh yeah, you cocky bastard. I bet I'll beat you. And he's like, bring it on. So basically, they go over there, and Aizawa tosses Izuku a ball, and he's like, use your quirk to throw this ball as far as you can. And Izuku's just like, okay, sure. So he's not even using his full power. He just reels back his hand and just chucks the ball. And it goes flying the other way. Like, Izuku's just standing still. And then, like, 5 seconds pass. Aizawa's still looking at his, Aizawa's still looking at his thing, or at the meter. And Izuku is just standing there. He randomly turns around and catches a baseball. He just randomly turns around and catches the ball that he caught. And everyone's like, what the heck? Where'd that ball come from? He's like, oh, this is the ball I threw. And Aizawa was like, how's that even possible? I used my quirk on you. And he's like, well, I told you, I don't have a quirk. That's all skill. And everyone's just like, if this kid had a quirk, he'd be an absolute powerhouse. And Aizawa was like, I'm glad this guy's on our side. We'd absolutely be destroyed if he wasn't. So, he's just walking. And, like, Izuku gets first on everything. And everyone's just like, man, that kid wasn't just cocky. He was actually right. He is going to be the best. He's like, I told you, I'm going to be the first #1 hero who doesn't have a quirk. I guess I could do a Izuku Melissa. That actually work, because they're both quirkless. And then I think Deku could train her. Oh, that actually worked really well. Well, this is going to be an Izuku Melissa. So, Izuku Melissa, everybody. Izuku Melissa X like Izuku Heron, if you guys want. So, now all that passed, and they're just sitting in class for hero stuff, and they're just like, alright, now we're going to be doing hero versus villains. So prepare yourself. And Izuku's like, hey, All Might, I've been wondering, can we fight? You go 100%, and I go 100%. I've really been wanting to fight you. And All Might's like, oh yeah, sure, kid. And All Might's just thinking, this kid, Aizawa told me how strong he was, and he doesn't have a quirk. Let's see if he can compete with me. As everyone's like, wait, are we still going to do the hero stuff? And he's like, well, you guys could either see me fight at 100% or see me fight this kid. And everyone's like, well, I think it'd be much better if you were able to fight that kid. And they're all like, oh yeah, fight that kid. So since they're all like, yeah, can you fight that kid? So he's like, yeah, sure, I'll fight him. So they're not going to do the hero versus villains, which I'll do another time. So since they're not going to do the hero versus villains, All Might's like, all right, this kid seems way too cocky for his age. He must have the strength to back it up as he basically just runs. So they're in ground gamma right now, and he just runs at him. He like complete full on sprints straight at him, and he's like, all right, All Might, let's do this. As they just keep repeating blow after blow, and All Might's like, damn, this kid's strong. I didn't think he'd actually have the power to back it up, and Aizawa told me he was quirkless too. That's crazy. As they just keep returning blow after blow, and All Might's like, well, I guess it's time to pick it up to 100%. And Deku's like, oh, really? I thought you were going 100%. And he's like, ha, now let's see if you can keep up with my fury. As he jumps down and he just keeps punching. And Deku's just like, I can't sense a difference. How much were you using earlier? He's like, I was using 5% earlier. How can you not see a difference? And he's just like, well, All Might, I'm much stronger than you. Much, much stronger. As All Might sends up his most powerful attack, Detroit Smash. All Might just is like, Detroit Smash. And Deku just dodges it. And All Might's like, well, I guess it's finally time for me to go 100%. And he's like, All Might, come on. You should have been using 100% from the start. I was always going to beat you. As he just starts powering up his ki, and like a white form of like ki, kind of like Gohan's mystic forms around Deku. And they both and they both like launch themselves at each other. Wow. Deku has a ki blast in his hand, and right before their fists meet, Deku launches his arm back, and he glides across All Might's arm, going like flipping up, like his legs are in the air, and then he flips, sending the ki blast into his stomach, sending All Might flying. And he's like, "Jeez, this kid's powerful. I wonder how much of his strength is he using." And he just like, and Deku is like, "Well, I've had enough of this." And he's like, "Had enough of what?" And before All Might knew it, he just gets cross-chopped right in the back of the neck, knocked out, gone. He's knocked out. And everyone's like, did he just beat All Might? And All Might just slowly gets up and he's like, yes, kids, I went 100%, and he just beat me. Izuku Midoriya is certainly a very interesting boy. And, like, they're all just so confused. Like, how is this kid so powerful? I don't get it. And, like, they're all just like, this kid can't be this powerful. No way he beat All Might that easily. And, like, everyone's just like, no way. He couldn't have just done that. And, like, everyone's like, and then, like, All Might's like, he certainly beat me. And everyone's just like mouth on the floor. Like, this kid just beat All Might. This kid just freaking beat All Might. What? And like, they're all just so confused. Like, they're just like, what the heck? How did this kid just beat All Might? Like, they just keep telling themselves that. And he's like, well, I didn't think I was strong enough to beat you. But I mean, I thought you were stronger, All Might. It only took me 50% of my power to beat you. And everyone's just like, 50%? Took you 50% to beat him? Yeah, right. And that's where I'm going to leave it off, guys. Sorry for not being able to upload for the past 2 days because I was sick. And yeah, guys, bye.